Hi, everyone. James Wesley here. Seth Rudetsky will be here hopefully in the next 10 minutes. That's how we roll right here. The washing machine is going on in the background. It should be over in about 2 minutes. And Seth is in the shower after working out. I think I hear him soon. Anyway, James Wesley, Seth Rudetsky will be here. Welcome to Stars in the House, a twice daily online chat forum talk show for the Actors Fund, and that's why we're here. What is the Actors Fund? Oh, actually, before we go any further, please go and share this link. We're trying to build up subscribers on the Stars in the House YouTube channel, so that would be great if you can share that.
And subscribe.
And subscribe. I always forget that. And here he is.
No, I'm not really here. I have to print some music, but subscribe to the YouTube channel. Where's your computer?
What's that?
Where's your computer?
Oh, my computer's upstairs, Seth. Good luck. All right. Good luck in finding it. Anyway, what is the Actors Fund? The Actors Fund is a national human services organization that is for the professionals in the performing arts, which can mean everyone from actors to people behind the scenes, for people in professional dance companies, opera, symphonies. If you're a dance teacher, you're a voice teacher, anyone, stage managers, anyone, production, TV, film, all of that around the country. And basically everyone is out of work. And in order, I believe, and Seth believes, in order for the performing arts to survive after this, we need the Actors Fund more than ever to help people pay the basics for their rent and health insurance premiums. Yes, I have to literally put in my password for Seth. So hold on, please. Wouldn't that be funny if I just said it out loud right now, Seth? As if someone's going to break into our house to get my rickety-rackety laptop. Anyway, I wanted to read the, because like I said, this is for the Actors Fund. And every day we get, well, I get a printout here of the updates. And the donations are incredible. In fact, we're getting so many donations that the Actors Fund was basically, their heads were understandably exploding. And they were like, you know what, we need to change the format of how we do this. And so literally every day they are sending me the names and the amounts and the locations of all the people who donate every day. And then we're going to read them the following day, like today. Literally yesterday, over 300 different people gave to the Actors Fund from all over the world. It's that crazy. And we'll read a few names here and there throughout the show to say thanks. We obviously can't thank everyone. That really would be a Jerry Lewis telethon. We'd be here for 18 hours every single day. And that I actually don't think we can do. But I did want to say that yesterday, Stars in the House raised over $4,300 for the Actors Fund, and we are now at a total of $218,780 raised for the Actors Fund. It's pretty incredible, and it's all because of, well, you and all of the talented artists and the incredible team that you see on the credits at the end of the show that we are actually adding to, because we have more wonderful people that are helping us. And I think that is it. Oh, there's actually one letter that I wanted to read, part of a letter that we got that I wanted to share just because I thought it was pretty amazing. And this is actually for Jesse Mueller, who was with us last night. Greetings. I'm a 46-year-old man living in Virginia. In the midst of current events surrounding the coronavirus, a couple of weeks ago, after 8 years at a nursing home with dementia, my mother passed away 5 days shy of her 82nd birthday. Due to stay-at-home orders in Virginia, we have been unable to have a proper funeral. Although we will have a remembrance once all of this is over, the usual source of comfort of friends and family at times like these has been largely unavailable. But through Stars in the House efforts for 1 hour at a time, for me at least, we're actually on 2 hours a day, once again, theater has provided refuge, escape, and inspiration. And listen to this. Listening to Jesse Mueller singing A Soft Place to Land so sweetly last night reminded me indeed that we should all be so lucky, not just to believe in our dreams, but to have a mother as loving as the one that I had and as loving as the one that the Jenna character had in Waitress. I have and will gladly continue to donate to the Actors Fund because I know the importance of the performing arts and understand the impact performing arts has on people in their most trying of times. So just wanted to say thank you and our condolences, Doug, and thank you for writing us. And speaking of friends, and by the way, thanks to my mom, because, you know, we're self-quarantined and have been going on actually 5 weeks today is the day. So it's me and Seth, our 19-year-old daughter, Julie, and my mom. And my mom literally, she's in the credits because we give her a shout out. She literally cooks every meal for me. She yesterday was ironing my clothes. Yesterday she was washing and folding mine and Seth's laundry. So shout out to moms and dads everywhere, but in my case, my mom, and I want to say thank you. So Blake Ross, this is what I'm going to have Blake Ross. We've been friends with Blake for years. She helped us so much for what the world needs now is love, as long as so many other things. I'm going to have Blake come on and introduce a new segment, and I'm going to even let her tell the name. Blake Ross.
Hi, everybody. Hi, James.
Hi,
you
Blake.
Old softy, you.
So,
Thanks for having me on. I, like everybody else, have been blown away by your efforts and wanted to steal a little bit of the spotlight from you guys.
girl, take it away. Take it.
Rest a little from all of your planning. So, look, the weekend is about to come up. I know that the weekend and the weekdays are sort of blurring all into each other nowadays. What's a weekend? But in any event, we wanted to kick off the weekend with a little thing that we're going to call Feel Good Friday, a little pick me up in everybody's step so they can go into the weekend and, you know, feel maybe a little scooch better about being in the same place that they were on Monday through Friday. So today's Feel Good Friday is, of course, going to bring something that is very dear to my heart and Seth and James's hearts. Some lovable, fluffy animals. We're talking about Animal Care Centers of New York and all the efforts that they are doing to help place animals in loving homes, whether through foster or through adoption. And they're still going strong through the crisis. So let's bring on Risa Weinstock. She's the CEO of the Animal Care Centers of New York. Are you there, Risa?
You know what? I don't know if she is yet, Blake. So do you want to?
Risa's also taking a shower, I guess.
Yeah. You know what? Why don't you bring on the second part?
So basically,
Yeah,
we'll tell you what. While Risa is, I guess, getting ready to come on, we'll just you tell me, like, the Animal Care Centers of New York has been doing efforts for years and years and years to place animals in proper homes and get them out of kill shelters and put them into loving forever homes or loving temporary homes while they're waiting for their forever homes. And what I was learning about during this crisis, people have been looking for animals to be to take on, because I guess out of either just wanting to help, and whether it's out of boredom or wanting something to love or whatever, but they placed like 400 animals in 4 days in temporary homes, either temporary or permanent homes. And so I wanted to shed a little bit of light on one of my friends, Chad. Chad, are you there?
Yes, hold on. I'll bring him on. Hold on.
Chad is not taking a shower.
No, here they are.
Chad and
Hey.
Lindsay. Hi.
Hey, Blake. Hey, Blake.
Chad
Hey,
and
James.
Lindsay, who is a pharmacist, right?
That is correct. Yes.
Oh, you got to turn your microphone on.
So, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear them, Blake. Are you
Okay.
having
So I'm
problems
the only
hearing?
one who can't hear them.
Oh,
This is
great.
great. So
Talk louder.
Feel Good Friday is off to a splendid start. But anyway, you guys fostered an amazing pup named Matilda. Tell us about it.
Yeah, we did. So she is an 8-year-old that was rescued about 2 years ago from a hoarding case down in Georgia. But she is shy and sweet and lovable. She was actually living in the kennel in Nashville, Tennessee for a while. But the kennel had to kind of shut its doors during the COVID crisis. So we decided to take her in. We've fostered other dogs through this rescue, Big Fluffy Rescue Dogs. And Matilda came from them. And she's been here for
It'll
4
be
weeks
4
now?
weeks tomorrow.
Yeah.
Blake, were you able to hear any of that?
Not a word.
Oh,
So
wonderful.
Take it away.
So what, Lindsay and Chad, so what made you decide to do this? Like, how did you know about it? What have you fostered before?
We have fostered before. We have one dog that we foster failed with a couple years ago. So we fostered her for a while and then
What does
fell
that
in
mean,
love with
foster
her.
fail? What does that mean?
We fostered for a while and then fell so much in love with her. She fit into our home pack here.
Oh, you mean foster fell? I thought you said foster failed. You mean foster like you fell in love.
Yeah, we fell in love. Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Got it.
So she's been part of our family for a while now, and wanted to open our doors to another dog that needed to get out of the kennel for a while.
Right. So who did you, and where do you guys live?
We're in New Jersey.
You're in New Jersey. So how did you hear about the organization? What is the organization? How can other people help if they want to do the same thing?
Yeah, so the organization is Big Fluffy Rescue Dogs, and they are based out of Nashville, Tennessee. They do a lot of southern hoarding cases and take dogs out of kill shelters down there. And we used to live in Tennessee, actually. So we heard about them when we were down there. And they bring dogs all across the Northeast and up into the Midwest as well. So they have a transport usually every week, and they'll bring up dogs to foster in New England, in New Jersey, in Ohio, Pennsylvania. So they do a lot of work trying to get dogs into homes across the country.
Blake, were you able to hear any of that?
Yes, I did hear a little bit of that. That's great. Technology is awesome. That's so awesome. And I know you guys are like love the Actors Fund and big theater people.
We are.
Yeah. So we're excited for this. Our two passions were Actors Fund supporters, and pet supporters as well.
You're just like us. Okay.
But they only have one dog. You guys have a bajillion. But maybe you'll get another one. You guys can chat about getting another dog.
I made James post a picture. The top two are the same dog. That's Mandy, but you can see this Mandy from Animal Care and Control. Then underneath on the left is Chrissy. We got in an Aruba shelter. Then Romeo, the kitty cat, we also got from Animal Care Center. Sorry, it used to be called the Animal Care and Control. It's the Animal Care Center, ACC in New York, which is open right now because they're in essential service. Then Mateo on the bottom left from a Puerto Rico shelter. Yeah. And then Bagel, who's also from Animal Care Center. So we're just saying one is not enough. We don't know why you're so lazy.
No.
We have 3 dogs.
We have 2 dogs and 2 cats plus Matilda. So
wait a minute.
One up on us, but we are close.
Yeah.
No, we're pretty
the same
equal.
amount.
Yeah, it's the same amount.
5. Oh, yeah, I can't add.
But how does but Lindsay and Chad, Blake, you go ahead now that you can hear them. And
no, so I was gonna say, all to say this is so amazing. I don't know where Risa is. That shower's very long, but
she'll come next week or the following.
Like you said, the animal care centers of New York is still up and operating, and they're still placing dogs, cats, other animals in whether it's fostering or full-time adoption. Please, if you're able to, now's the time. You've got tons of time at home. You know you're not tagged up. Pick up a pup and get a friend and help ride out the storm with you.
Yeah, puppy, a kitty, and actually they have a lot because it's April. They have a lot of rabbits that come in too.
Hey, Risa just came on. Look at that.
Here's Risa. 1, 2, 3.
Technical difficulties.
That's okay. So if people want to adopt from Animal Care Center, what do they do? Is there a website they should go to?
Yes. You go to nycacc.org and you can look at our animals that are available for adoption. And you can also go to an app that we have.
The app is great. I always say it's like Match.com because you just like scroll through all these adorable animals and you're like, I totally want to date you. So definitely get the app or go to the website.
Absolutely.
And then you need, I would think you need fostering definitely, right? To try to clear the shelter so more animals can come in.
Well, at the very beginning of this pandemic, we put out a call for fosters thinking we would get 50 applications and we were overwhelmed. We had nearly 5,000 applications. Wow. So animals just flew out of the shelter. People in New York City just stood up in a huge, huge way. It was just, it was breathtaking to see the support and how much people just stepped up to help the animal shelters and throughout, not just New York City, but throughout the nation. So as a result, we really don't need fosters. Any animals that come in, the priority is adoption. So those are going right to adopters. And I tell anybody who asks me, I want to foster. If you can open up your home now to adopt, now's the time to do it because there's 5,000 people ahead of you in line waiting for a foster.
Risa, what are you hearing from from the directors of shelters across the country, or do you even have time to communicate with other shelters to see what's going on there?
There's a national call twice a week, and there's lots of national calls going on about all different topics, and from the veterinary side. New York City, I don't have to tell you, we're in the thick of it. And so many of the shelters nationwide are looking to ACC and to New York City for guidance.
Right.
And we're really the case of first impression for so many of them. And frankly, we're one of the nation's largest animal sheltering organizations. So the scale of what we deal with is so different than so many of the national organizations. So they're able to take what we're doing and scale it down for them. We're open admission, so we take everything, and we are still getting owner surrenders. What we anticipate, and I think a lot of people across the nation anticipate a lot of owner surrenders over the next year or so because of economic hardship.
That's what I was going to ask you, Risa. Like, do you just anecdotally, from what you've seen, have there been a lot of surrenders or some surrenders because of people being ill? And that's what I was going to ask you. In addition to that, economic.
Well, one of the things that ACC has really done in the last few years is to think about community needs and think about sheltering in terms of like the human and animal bond and what we could do to help keep people and pets together. And all of that work couldn't have been better practice for what's happening today. Because people get sick, it shouldn't be a reason for them to give up their animal, but it's such hardship right now. And so we have created a network within our own organization of resources. We have helped people shelter in place their cats. We have taken animals from COVID positive homes. New York City is going to set up a network to help people who do have animals and they are in a terrible situation where they can't take care of their pets or they're going to the hospital. And that network will start on Monday. But the goal is to keep people with their pets or to board them temporarily so that when they're well and they come out of this, I mean, really the rainbow at the end of that is your pet should be waiting for you. And that's so important to us. It's always been important to us before this, but even more so now. And I will say that's one thing that you see either when you adopt or you foster an animal, especially during this time, like the emotional support that they provide is through the roof. I'm fostering right now, and I can't tell you how much more I need this dog than she probably needs me at this point.
I think that we understand. All right, so that's the website, nycacc.org. And starting Monday, people can start going there for information about how they can just have their pets taken care of temporarily while they're sick or they're having economic hardships, right?
Yes, there will also be a New York City hotline for relating to animal needs for people who have COVID reasons. So stay tuned for that, and that will be very well broadcast throughout New York City.
Okay, and we'll post it too. All right, so Lindsay and Chad, you guys are amazing. Would you pick up
Thank you.
So you
You guys, thanks for all you're doing for the Actors Fund.
Oh,
thank you. And Blake, you'll be back for more Feel Good Fridays.
Yeah, if you guys have any stories that you want to highlight or organizations that you think are doing some really awesome work during this time, reach out to starsinthehouse.com or go, you can email me at bekindmessages@gmail.com for my site, Kindness of Strangers, and we'll find a place for them to be featured on Feel Good Fridays.
Yeah,
that's Blake's website, by the way, A Kind Stranger. If you need help with something, you can post there. If you want to just offer help, whether it's just I can hang out with someone for a half hour a day and talk to them, you go to A Kind Stranger, which is Blake's website.
Yes. Now get to the music.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, Reese.
Thanks for what you're doing. Your show is great. We love you.
Thanks,
you, Reese, a
Risa.
lot. Thanks, Blakey.
Thanks, Blake. Bye. Thank you.
Okay, so
All
now
right,
I'm so
Seth.
excited.
Yes.
I want to make sure I have everyone's name. So we're going to bring on the cast of a show with the most perplexing grammatical title ever. Is it a sentence? Is it a question? Is it a fragment? Is it an ellipse? We'll talk privately about that. Please welcome, let me see, I'll bring on Tamika Lawrence. Hi.
Hey, hi. How you doing?
Your hat matches my shirt. Then we're going to bring on Samantha Williams. Hi, Samantha.
Hi.
Thanks for coming. Then, of course, my old pal, John Cariani. Hi, John.
Hi.
Just saw you a couple weeks ago. We'll discuss that. And all the way from Sharon D. Clark. Hi. Let me get everybody in the
Hi.
Hi, everyone. Okay, so by the way, I was saying about John. James, John, and I were at opening night, right? Of Unsinkable Molly Brown. Wasn't that where I ran into you?
Yeah.
That was kind of the last, I feel like, big
That was the
public
last
thing.
time I was out, I think.
Yeah,
Right,
it's like
right.
the last public thing.
Yeah.
So this is the cast. If you don't know, this is the cast of Carolina Change, the Broadway cast. Although Sharon had done it already in London Town and won the Olivier Natch. So let us, James, ask your signature question about all these isolated people.
Well, yeah. So, one of the things I always like to ask people is, what are you doing to stay healthy during all this? You know, physically, especially. We're talking more and more about emotionally and dealing with anxiety, depression, that sort of thing. Tamika?
I think to stay active creatively. I'm writing a lot remotely with my writing partner, Gabe Cummins, and making these stupid videos called Quarantine Kitchens that are on my Instagram page.
Nice.
Share recipes and have permission to be a dodo bird. And I think, mentally, I think technology is so wonderful in that we get to speak to each other, but also have the technological capabilities to talk with therapists. I think that's important for us as performers to have access to those people who are willing to listen to us. So I've been doing that, and then just staying inside, just sitting down. So
Yeah,
Right.
staying inside and wearing a sassy hat. Love
That's
it.
right. Samantha, what about you?
I've been working out a lot actually, because it's the only thing that drains some energy. I can let go of stuff. So, and I'm here in Texas, so I just go outside to the backyard and work out at home. And I've also been reading a lot. I just started 100 Years of Solitude. I just finished The Lying Game by Ruth Ware.
Oh, I love her.
So good. So good. I finished in 2 days. It was amazing. And I've just been writing in my journal and trying to keep up with my brain and stay settled. But
I have two questions. She also wrote, I think, The Woman in Cabin 10 or something is Ruth Ware's other book, which is great. It's something in cabin. Anyway, it's a great book. Second of all, where in Texas? Because that's where this clown is from.
oh, I'm in Houston.
Oh, okay. I grew up in the Woodlands, north of Houston.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I grew up in Lufkin, Texas. If you know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah.
Yeah, but now we live in Houston. So.
I feel like we were just in Houston before this
We
hit.
were. That was our last plane ride. We were there March, when Broadway closed.
The day Broadway closed, we were in Houston.
Yeah.
wow.
That's right.
So we actually were probably cross-planing.
Yeah.
We were
probably.
as we were coming back.
Yeah.
John, what are you doing to stay mentally and physically sassafras?
Well, I live up in the Bronx on 251st and Broadway, right across from Van Cortlandt Park. And my husband and I take the dog for long, long walks in the park because it's pretty empty up here.
Mm.
We go in the morning, then we go late at night, so we're not around people.
Yeah.
I've had, I don't know, I just like the gift of free time. It feels like one long snow day. I'm from Maine, so when you have time like this, it feels like a snow day. So we're just having long snow days. We've been baking a lot of bread. We've had a very bread-based diet. I don't think I'm going to fit into my clothes, but I don't tell Fly. Sammy organized a faux-opening night party for us all on April 7th. And we Zoom opened, and it was just so fun because it's funny how I've only known these people for a short time, but it's always surprising how fast you get to know people in a rehearsal process and how much you miss them.
Yeah.
Especially when you're not ready to not see them. And that's the hardest thing for me is I really miss my new friends. And I'm really sad that we were doing our final dress and about to do our first preview.
Wow.
That was a tricky experience to have that yanked away from us. Do you know what I mean? And we wanted to do it again, but we were ready. We were just ready. And It's heartbreaking to watch some of the kids and the young people just deal with it because they're young and new and don't know that these things happen. I'm older and know that these things happen and you come back from it. But watching, poor Caden and Alex and Chinua and Jonah and Jaden and Sammy, people who are, just watching people deal with that was a little overwhelming. So trying to remember the joy of getting to all come back together is what keeps me going. And I practice every day. I practice my music and my stuff just because I want to be ready when we go back.
John, how close were you guys? So were you literally about to have your first preview the next night when Broadway closed, or where were you guys?
We were about to do our final dress, and the next night was our first preview.
And when did you guys start to think, oh, maybe we won't be able to get to a preview? Or did you, because you were just so in it?
I would let Sharon answer that.
Sharon?
Say that again, my darling.
Yeah, I was just saying, it's like when, you stopped, you had to stop right before previews. But did you have an inkling like the week before that maybe we won't and we're just going to, or were you so busy that we're just like, okay, we're steamrolling ahead?
Not really the week before. It was kind of that week. You were kind of starting to feel that something was bubbling, but we weren't none too sure. And it was mostly on the day, actually. I think on the day we were starting to get that feeling that something just didn't feel right, and we could hear little rumors that we had from the producers. And then when they came at 5 o'clock, we kind of expected it, but didn't expect it at the same time because we didn't want it to be true. So it was a blow, it was a real blow. And like John said, the fact that we were just about to do our first public dress before our preview night was really, really hard. You kind of feel that, the carpet just got dragged from under you. But then I think about people like Six. When that call came out on Thursday at 5, it was their press night.
Right.
So, I just have to think, it was just hard for everybody. It was hard for everybody, but I think it was the right thing to do. I really applaud the Broadway fraternity for doing that and making sure that safety was utmost. Us in the Caroline or Change cast are in a very lucky position that Roundabout have said they want the show to come back. And so we know whether it's September or if it's next year, at some point Caroline will happen. Some people won't get that chance. And those are the people that my hearts go out to.
Right.
That, their show won't be able to come back from this.
I love what you're saying. My second question is back to the first question. What are you doing to stay healthy? I'm assuming like tea, crumpets, scones.
Well, I have these things called Kangoo jumps. Hang on.
Oh, hold on.
Oh, I can't wait.
And now I got to get my glasses here. Oh.
Is that exercise?
Huh?
That's for exercise or that's for breaking a leg?
There are boots that have got a spring on them. So you bounce on them like a kangaroo, and they're fun joy. I've gotten into, and it's like having mini trampoline on your feet. So, and they, put on James Brown and we bounce around the house. So we've been bouncing. Like John, I prefer late night walks because there's no one about.
Do you go to late?
I'll probably start. Pardon?
Do you do late night walks in those shoes?
No, I don't. Those are just for the house. People running them, they were people to rehabilitate for injuries in. So people do run in them, but I don't run, baby. I'll bounce to James Brown. So I'll go and walk around town at about 11 at night because it's peaceful, it's meditative, there's no one on the streets, and it's just glorious. I haven't sung anything since we finished. Caroline for me is a big sing. So I took that as an opportunity to rest my voice. I'm singing around the house, but I'm not doing any big singing at all. So I will start warming back into the show in a couple of months. I'm writing.
I was wondering how people are keeping their voices safe, but you're totally right. You don't have to blow yourself out yet. You can roll back into it later on.
And I'm lucky, for me, this will be the 4th time doing the show. So I can sing that show in because there is that voice memory and it will be my 4th time doing it. So I'm not going to spend, if we do go back in September, I'm not going to spend from now until September singing the show. Right. I'm going to enjoy the time that I have with my wife. We've been in this house 15, 17 years. and we've never spent this much time together in the house.
And is that
I am loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. We are angu bouncing, we are baking, we are cooking, we are dancing, we are just having time to sit in the garden when the sun's out and enjoy the sun's rays and have a glass of rosé. I'm loving this time. I'm thinking that, you know, if we are in this situation, the only thing I can do is use it positively. I'm not going to sit here going, oh my God, this is terrible, this is terrible. I'm going to go, this too will pass. And so I'm going to take this time and enjoy having time in my life, doing Zoom parties, seeing these guys. It was absolutely amazing. The fact that, you know, if this had happened 20 years ago, we wouldn't be doing this.
Yeah.
So taking advantage of this and going, all right, let's FaceTime friends, WhatsApp video, whatever the medium is. Let's get in contact with people. Just because we are isolated doesn't mean that we have to be alone. And actually we have the means to communicate now. And I'm actually seeing more of my friends at the moment than I ever have, because we're doing stuff like this. And it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. So use it for positivity and creativity. You know, I hear Tamika saying that she's writing. Loving that. You know, people are getting together and doing stuff, using social media to be creative and to come together. And I think that's just such a wonderful thing.
I have to be like my group therapist. John, how do you feel about what Sharon just said?
How do I feel about it? Well, you can see why we're so lucky to have her leading our company. I mean, she's just like, this has been a hard part for me, and I've been down on myself a little bit during the rehearsal process, and she's just been like, you're in rehearsal, dude, get over it. Come on, just keep going. She's always approaches things from that point of view. And it's really helpful because it's true. When you're down on yourself, you're not going to get very far. So let the director and your castmates be down on you if you're not doing a good job. Do your job, you know?
So I know that. So Sharon, I know you played, because I haven't seen this production. Sharon, you played Caroline. John, you played the dad. You're married to Casey.
Yeah. Casey's my wife. I mean, how lucky am I?
I love it. And Samantha, are you the daughter? Are you the radio?
Yes.
You're the daughter?
Yes.
And then Tamika, who do you play?
Dottie Moffat.
I love it.
My good friend, Dottie Moffat.
Yeah.
Dottie is just the wisest person in the show. She has the best stuff to say. It's really incredible.
We have this little poster, which I love showing. Look at that fabulousness. We have some shots. Should we show the shots?
Sure, and then we'll have someone sing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So this must be a rehearsal shot. Sharon, you have had it. What's that number?
Oh, what's that? That's the end of the first number. Nothing Ever Happens Underground in Louisiana. It's not called that, but that's what I remember it now. And it's just when it's at that point where she's just gone, my life is absolute crap. Right? And then Casey comes in. So that's a little segment just before Casey comes in and interrupts her thought process.
And is this, I can't tell what this, what's this? Is that the bus stop? Where is that?
That's after, that's during, what is it called?
He's already forgotten.
Sorry.
It's after No One's Waiting. Huh?
It's during the show, let's just say.
Someone has not done the show 4 different productions.
Exactly. All right, so I'm so excited because everyone's going to offer some music today. So Tamika, what would you like to give us? Are you the Texan? No, Tamika, you're in New York right now, right?
Yeah, I'm in the Bronx.
Yes, Bronx proud. All right, so give us some music. What do you want to do for us?
So as I said, I've been writing music with my song partner Gabe Cummins, and we wrote this song. We actually started it before being on shutdown. The song is called Don't Worry About It. And we finished it because we wanted to write something that was positive, not acknowledging all the stressors that are happening right now, but in so many words, trying to say that things like this that can be taken as catastrophic can also be huge catalysts for a positive change in our lives. And a lot of times we step into the unknown, that's when we become the best versions of ourselves. So we should think about it. So anyway, that's the song.
Preach, as Sharon says, preach it, and I'm going to put everybody on mute so the sound gets a little bit better.
Okay. can hear it. Long as the sun shines, we'll be together. 'Cause you got so much love, no matter the weather. So when you need to just cry out, just remember, you got your heart and your head. And things can be scary, I get it. But something unseen can just be a dream and not the end. Don't worry about it. Everything's alright. You see the sunlight. Oh, don't worry about it, babe. Everything's alright. You see the sunlight. Everything's alright. Don't worry about it, babe. Long as the raindrops will fall, things will get clearer. Because your tears are like the stars, no need to fear them. They'll shine a brighter light into love's prism. Ooh, 'cause you got your heart and you got your head. And things can be scary, I get it. But something unseen can just be a dream and not the end. Oh, everything's alright. You see the sunlight. Everything's alright. Don't worry about it, babe. Everything's alright. You'll see the sunlight. Ooh, everything's alright. Ooh. 'Cause where you are is not where you're gonna be. And everything that's good is what you'll see. So don't worry about a thing. 'Cause you got it locked up. Don't worry about it, everything's alright. You see the sunlight. Oh, everything's alright. You see the sunlight. Oh, worry about it, babe. So that's the song, and it'll be out on May 1st, and all the proceeds will be going to the Actors Fund. It'll be out on iTunes.
So Tamika, so how will people be able to get it again? One more time.
You can download it on May 1st on iTunes.
Oh, just regular iTunes. Tamika, it's so fun.
Yeah,
It's so
iTunes.
positive. The video should just be the three people, like literally your castmates, like.
Yeah, take that cut from it. We'll have our video guy to cut that, and you can use it to promote the song.
Her songs are amazing.
So great. All right, so Tamika, here comes the stressful part. So part of the show is I'm fascinated with the fact that people do Broadway shows or regional shows 8 times a week, and at some point your brain goes, I don't need to have this memorized anymore. I'm always curious when the transition is. So I'm curious if you transitioned out of knowing this show.
Okay.
So.
Uh-oh.
Now you sang this, so let's see if you remember this. I'll begin it and you finish it. There's an hour of fingertips.
There's an hour up. I don't know, please.
It rhymes. There's an hour of fingertips. There's an hour of.
brain has gone to. My brain has gone to glory.
It was sweet, sweet lips. All right. So far you have an F. We'll see who else in the cast as well. Cast, start getting nervous. All right, let's keep going with the music. I'm loving this. By the way, I have another photo. This, by the way, also.
Me can't hear words, so.
What'd you say?
Me can't hear nothing. Can I hear?
Oh, you can't hear? How about now? Hello? Any better? Hello? I think the Americans can hear. Maybe there's a problem across the pond, as we say. So actually, Samantha, why don't we go to one of your songs? What are you going to haul out for us? I'm so excited.
I was gonna sing a little bit of a "Somewhere Over the Rainbow" a cappella, simple.
Yeah.
I have my starting note here, so.
Hey Sharon, if it helps, maybe you can go sign out and sign back in if it's hard for you to hear.
Can you hear better now? Can't tell. Sharon, do you hear us now or no?
Hey John, you talk to her. Maybe she'll hear you.
I can't tell. She may be frozen.
Sharon, can you hear me?
Oh.
I can hear you now. I couldn't
You hear
hear
me now? Okay, good.
Okay.
I can hear something now.
Okay. "Somewhere Over the Rainbow." When all the world is a hopeless jumble, and the raindrops tumble all around, heaven opens a magic lane. When all the clouds darken up the skyway, there's a rainbow highway to be found, leading from your window pane to a place behind the sun, just a step beyond the rain. Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I heard of once in a lullaby. Somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue, and the dreams that you dare to dream really do come true. Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops, way above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me. Somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly. Birds fly over the rainbow. Why, oh, why can't I? If happy little bluebirds fly beyond the rainbow, why, oh, why can't I? Yay. Yeah.
Samantha, your pitch is so incredible. Like it literally never left the key. Like at all.
It's the computer. You can't really hear what's happening.
Now that was amazing pitch-wise. Wow, you got it going on. Okay.
Hey, Seth, let me read a few
Yes,
donations and then you can do your thing over here. We want to give a shout out to a few of the people who have donated to the Actors Fund. We want to thank Lisa from California who donated $100, James from Illinois, $25, Danielle from North Carolina, $10, Rachel from Maryland, $10, Ellen from Florida gave $50, Lauren from New York, $25, from Texas, Michael, $5, Francis from Vermont, $10, Kendra from New York, $5, Megan from Pennsylvania, $15, Brittany from Florida gave $50, Juliana from British Columbia, $75, Emily from North Carolina, $10, and Brianna from Florida, $10. Thank you all so much for giving to the Actors Fund.
Yeah, it's really amazing. We're over $200,000 at this point. All right, Sharon D. Clark, we want to hear a song from London Town. Are you going to perform for us something with a little accent?
Accent?
Yes.
Yeah,
You're...
All right, then hang on then. Let's have to find this back. You
By the
ready
way,
to go?
Sharon, where is your Olivier? Why are you not wearing it around your neck?
There you go.
Yeah.
That's right. She is holding it up proudly.
How many times have you been nominated?
6.
6. And two wins?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's like a very high average.
2 wins.
A very good batting average.
That's
Wow.
Sharon, what was the other Olivier for?
yeah, Hairspray.
Corner, James Baldwin.
Oh, a play? Very fancy, a play and a musical.
Oh yeah, and she just got nominated right for Death of a Salesman, right?
Hang on.
All
I'm gonna go.
right.
For real.
I'm leaving this.
I love it. She is holding it up proudly, that nomination. That's right.
That's right. You got to have props.
Yes, I'm happy. Cool.
Aw.
Well, when you have them, you have to use them.
Now, by the way, did you bring them to New York? Were they in your dressing room?
No. They're
How-
heavy, man.
How else are you going to intimidate your cast members?
Oh,
Whatever.
gosh.
All right, so wait, are you singing something for us?
Yeah. Yeah. Do you want me to go now?
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
Okay.
We're going to leave.
This
Making me go after her.
is Williams.
Get over it, John. Go on, Sharon.
Whether you're ready or not.
I should have gone first.
John,
Can you hear that?
Where did I go?
Can you hear it? Oh, I know it's late, but I couldn't wait to call you on the phone. It's been a while since I've been home. None of this is my own choice, since the man upstairs has given me this voice. No matter how long it takes, no matter how hard the breaks, I've got to use it or lose it. I just can't stand or refuse the chance to do what I've got to do. I've got to sing my song. Sing the hatred into love. Sing a praise to the man above. Sing the tears into a smile, yeah. Sing until I feel that this is all worthwhile. Sing it high, sing it low. Sing from deep within my soul. Sing it loud and make it clear. Sing so everyone can hear. If I feel chosen, Lord, it's just because By the way, may I say thank you for the love you've shown. All of these years since I've been born. Papa thought I was college bound. You expected me to settle down, yeah. I'm not ignoring what you had in mind. If I do, I don't want to sound unkind. Before I give up, I've got to live up to the challenge to do my thing. I've got to cut loose the apron strings. I've got to sing my song. Sing the hatred into love, 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 love. Sing a praise to the man above. Thank you, Father. Sing the tears into a smile. Sing until I feel that this is all worth the while. Sing it high, sing it low. Sing from people within my soul. Sing it loud and make it clear. Sing so everyone can hear. If I feel chosen, Lord, it's just because I'd be nothing. Said I'd be nothing if I couldn't sing. If I couldn't sing my soul.
Wow.
No wonder you're not warming up. You are warmed up. You're like, I don't need to warm up till September. Yeah, because your voice is in amazing shape. That was so great. What's that from? I know I played piano for that before. What is that from?
That's Alita Adams. That's from a album Circle of One. No, Rhythm of Life. Rhythm of Life, Circle of One. Whichever one. The Alita Adams is off that album.
That's what it is. That's so good. Okay, that was amazing. Now comes the hard part. So Sharon, I know you did a certain show 8 times a week. Let's see if you remember some lyrics, dear, from the past.
Uh-oh.
So, bring on that pecan pie.
Honeycomb, don't be shy. Pass me up that chocolate world. Don't be stingy, I'm a growing girl. I need a big love with no apology. Something got to something else. Came. I'm rubbish.
Yeah.
Adequate. Very adequate.
What's your grade?
That was from that's the middle, the end of Act 1 of Hairspray, right?
Yes.
What grade do you give her?
Oh, what grade would I give that? I'd give it a negative B+.
Wow, okay.
That's
Well,
good.
Here's the thing,
everything.
there was so much confidence, even though you weren't really singing any lyrics, that it really covered up the non-lyrics. There was a lot of sassafras. So
I sang the whole of Class in Chicago. I once sang the whole song as a scat because I did the lyrics.
Okay.
And I was just class. Class. I'm rubbish with lyrics. So you got good from me. You got good.
whatever happened to fair dealings? Silence. Okay. So you literally remember the title of the song, and that's it. You know what? It's all good. So John Cariani, I heard you're going to be scatting. You're scatting an Alita Adams song as well?
No. No.
Okay.
So I have to play clarinet in Carolina Change. And I played really seriously from the time I was 10 to about 20, and then I quit because I hated it. But I resurrected my playing for this. And so I'm gonna play. I'm not gonna tell you what it is. I'm just gonna play it, and you can find out what it is. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Ready?
Oh, baby.
Yay!
I love the combination of themes. That was so perfect.
Right, and those are good songs right now.
Yes, the happy face and the smile.
Yeah.
So guys, the nice news is your show is coming back. No definite date, but I love that Roundabout's committed to that. Is there an album of this new cast yet? Do we know?
Not yet.
Sadly, no.
Oh.
Not yet. Not yet. We're
Not
just
yet.
putting it out there. Somebody, we're willing.
They're available.
That's right.
Secret it. Oprah Secret.
That's right.
Do we need to do any updates?
No, I would just say continue giving to the Actors Fund. Thank you all so very much, Carolina Change.
It's wonderful.
And tonight at 8:00, we have the entire cast and creative team of Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist.
That really fun new TV show.
Yeah.
So many Broadway people that are in
A
it.
lot of Broadway people.
And
Peter Gallagher and
Lauren Graham
yeah.
and Skylar Aston. And in
Yeah.
case you forget how many stars Carolina Change got, it got 5 stars. We're just
That's
saying.
right.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Starsinthehouse.com. Peace out, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll roll our
Thank
credits.
you.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on. I'm going to roll our fancy credits. Here they are.
Play?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Go, Seth.
I don't know that damn song. I'll do Sharon.